Hi, we're going to show you today how to test a seatbelt pretensioner. The seatbelt pretensioner I have here, they are the part that winds up the shoulder harness on the vehicle. In the event of an accident, the explosion piece goes off in this unit here where the cartridge is and takes the slack out of the seatbelt. This particular vehicle, you don't know if one's good or bad without testing it with an ohm meter. That's the same with any vehicle. This connector here has two pins in here. You have to test with the meter to see what the signal is in here. I've got a blow up here of this connector so you can easily see. The two pins are right here, and this is your shorting bar. It comes up and it touches these two pins when it's unplugged. If you probe this right now, it's going to be the same thing as touching your two connectors together. You have to pull this down away from these two pin heads to get a proper reading. I'll demonstrate to you on this one. This connector is really difficult to stick a lead down inside of here, so I'm going to go in from the back side. But notice the readout on this meter here. I'm using just a digital, just for easy video purposes. You can buy any $10 or $15 meter and it works the same. But if I touch my red and black leads together, just watch where your meter stops at. Notice I have like a 0.2 here. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as you know what that is when you have a dead short. If I take and plug in the back of this, I'm just doing it for a contact point here, you're going to get one of three possible readings. One's going to be a dead short in the connector because of the shorting clip in there. The other's going to be the reading you get with the release. Notice this one reads the same as it did with the two pins touched. So I've got them shoved in the back. Now I need to release the shorting clip. So I've got a small pair of needle nose pliers. I'm going to reach inside and just remove that from the two pin heads. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but all I've got here is the same thing as in this picture. I've got a hold of that bottom little clip and I've released it from those two heads so I can get a reading. Now notice the meter went to OL, meaning it doesn't read anything. Okay, I'm going to release it with the pliers and it goes back to a shorted status. This seatbelt tensioner is not any good. You should have a reading somewhere between 2 and 3 ohms on this seatbelt if it was functioning, working. So this one's no good. Now we'll test the other one to see what it looks like. Same thing. Notice when the meter's not connected, you see the OL reading. So this is with nothing going on here at all. Alright, we shove it in the back of this one the same way. Again, every connector for every car is different. Okay, this one's got something bent or you wouldn't get a reading. You're getting a 2.2, meaning this one's good. This little clip down here has been pushed away. When it's touching, you will get the same readings you did on this other one. This little clip right here is not touching the two together. Now my pins are sliding out back here, but this would be a good seatbelt tensioner. If you have a faulty connector like this one is, you may want to pull that shorting clip out of there to get a good reading on it. If I touch them both together, there's your short. That's how it should have read. This one's reading open already, so it's ready to plug in and go. That's the signal you're looking for, is 2.2, 2.8, somewhere in that range. So this seatbelt pretensioner is fine. This connector may give someone some grief. That's why they replaced it. They probably thought they had a bad one, because when you connect this, you can't tell what that little shorting clip inside there is doing. Sometimes you have to just remove it all together, then plug your connector back in. But you've got 2 to 3 ohms on a seatbelt tensioner. This one is good, this one is bad. That's how you test a seatbelt tensioner.